Tomorrow, OSSTF support staff and teachers will be on a strike for one day unless between now and midnight the government comes forward with proposals that get us to a tentative agreement.
Good evening. We are live at the Sheridan Centre where talks between the Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation and the province have been ongoing for 4 days, and with 1 hour until a midnight deadline, it doesn't sound like there is much hope that a deal will be reached here tonight. That was Union President Harvey Bischoff speaking just a few hours ago, warning parents and teachers to prepare for a one-day strike at public high schools tomorrow. We also heard from Education Minister Stephen Lecce earlier tonight. He says he wants the union to bring something more reasonable to the table, and he also called on them to cancel this strike altogether.
It is irresponsible and it is unfair to keep parents and students in the dark about knowing if school will be open tomorrow or not. I want OSSTF to commit to exploring all options available, including independent third-party mediation, so that we can resolve this situation, so that we can ensure kids remain in class in this province.
This on the very day the minister claims to have made a proposal, a claim that was refuted by a neutral mediator. You know, last week the government presented us with what they defined as a term sheet with regard to support staff bargaining. We responded within a matter of hours and have heard nothing back since.
Now, talks are still technically ongoing, but again, it doesn't sound like there is much hope. The union president came to talk to us earlier and said that not to expect another update at midnight, just a media release to say that this strike is official. We know that teachers have already been preparing to hit the picket lines tomorrow morning. If this does happen, it will be the first time this has happened in 22 years. I want to bring our Faiza Amin in now, who has been talking to parents tonight. And what did they have to say about all of this, Faiza?
Well, Tina, hope is still alive for these parents, and as both sides remain inside the Sheraton Centre, nowhere near an agreement, those same parents and students held a protest outside in support of the union.
We have had confirmation that they are in the building, so they can hear us.
With a midnight deadline looming, parents and students urged the provincial government to come to an agreement with Ontario's public high school teachers to avoid a one-day strike planned for tomorrow. Though the talks have been ongoing, both sides remain far apart on the sticking points: capped wages, increasing class sizes from 22 to 25, and two proposed mandatory e-learning classes. While the province says it made a new offer today, the union insisted that was not the case. Two sides with two very different stories. But outside, some parents chanting in support of high school teachers.
Just here to send the message that parents support teachers and education workers, and we demand the government take the cuts off the table and settle a fair contract.
Classrooms aren't meeting the needs of kids, especially when there are complex behavioral needs in the classroom. Teachers are finding it hard to function, and there just aren't enough supports as it is. We need more funding, not less funding.
How frustrating has this been for parents, you think?
Very frustrating. Parents have been clear from the beginning that we reject all cuts to education.
They're opposing this mandatory e-learning, whether it's 4 classes or 2 classes. It's too many if it's mandatory because it's inequitable, and it means that kids that don't have access to computers at home or internet would be left behind.
Now, in the event a deal is not reached and there is a one-day strike, school boards in Toronto, Mississauga, Durham and York regions say school will be closed for students in grades 9 to 12.